Ren has arrived! Hello, Ren! How are you doing today? We are playing some Deadly Premonition. Trying to go through this, spiritual cave. Mito? What's a Mito? Is it? Did I reach the reward? Turns out we just... What is this? Hang on. Can't carry it. See you later, submachine gun. I now have submachine gun. Heck yeah. Alright, so you have not... Hey, no worries. You've been busy with, like, projects and stuff, right? You never have to be apologize for that. Okay, so we got the infinite ammo submachine gun. Here we go, bitches. Yeah, you never have to apologize for not coming to stream. I mainly stream for fun and whatnot, so if people aren't able to make it, don't worry about it. Look at that. Totally worth it coming in here. Country ham will satisfy a moderate amount of your hunger. You hear that, guys? Country ham. Now I hear this stupid orange arrow will stay on your map the whole time. Which I guess is to help you find this again if you want to redo it, because it looks like you can just redo it. Alright. Wait, is that the way I came? Ah! Okay. We're heading to the diner now. So, Ren, have you seen Deadly Premonition? Do you know anything about Deadly Premonition?
To recap, the movie was the fourth sequel in a series that started in 1978. That's right, Zach. It was Superman 4, Quest Superman. For Peace. Lex Luthor was back. It was played by Gene Hackman. That alone made it a must for all us fans. I don't remember much more about it, though. I'm sure there was more trivia about it. Still, forget 4. Richard Donner directed 1 and 2. Now those two were great movies. And Christopher Reeve really shined as Superman. Actually, Zach, I've got a confession to make. Promise not to tell anyone because I'd be really embarrassed. I actually like the first 2 Superman movies more than the first 2 Star Wars movies. I think John Williams did a better job with the theme song for Superman. But whenever I try to hum it, it always turns into the Star Wars song somewhere along the way. I know it's strange, Zach. I know. So, Zach, which Richard Donner film do you like the best? No need to hurry. Take some time and think it over.
Well, it's definitely not Superman. Well, I don't think his films are, like, badly directed or anything like that. I just don't like the character. That's entirely PMS's fault, too. We've arrived. Alright, well, it's a murder mystery game where we're investigating the murder of Anna Grande in the small town of Greenvale. We're FBI agent Francis York Morgan.
Emily, were you waiting outside for me?
Should I have gone inside and started the 20 questions?
Well, that would have been fine with me. Shall we get something to eat then?
Someone should teach you how to be more considerate. And now you want something to eat? I thought we were going to question Nick.
Doesn't hold the door open for her. What a sack of shit. Sack of plop.
Welcome, Mr. Agent.
Hi, Olivia. Let me have your special for today. And some fresh coffee.
Our special today is turkey. A turkey and gravy sandwich. Sound good?
Oh, perfect. Emily, you eat something too. It'll be on the FBI.
Okay then, I'll go all out. I'll have the T-bone steak. I usually can't order it because it's a little too expensive.
Mrs. Olivia Cormack, I am here for Mr. Stewart's lunch. If it is ready, I'd thank you a bunch.
Yes,
Jack
of
the
course.
Lion.
Just a moment. Here you go. The usual. 1 turkey, strawberry jam, and cereal sandwich.
What?
Sounds like the sinner's sandwich. Self-inflicted punishment to atone for past sins. He's setting an example.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, you should try this wonderful lunch. It's more than a delicious, tasty crunch. So says Mr. Stewart.
No, that's fine. I've just ordered my own lunch.
How you feel when you go out in public? Oh no. I'm sorry.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, that is, Mr. Stewart's order is delicious, I should mention. And Mr. Nick Cormack is a genius for creating this perfection. So says Mr. Stewart.
Still, I have a hunch I might not like it. You sure that sandwich is that good?
Mr. Francis York Morgan, making decisions based on intuitions is always a sign of bad FBI agents. So says Mr. Stewart.
Harry, you're right. I'll give it a try.
What would he know about being a...
I can't believe it. This is fantastic. It's really good. Olivia, I'm sorry, but can I change my order? I'll have what Harry is having.
So says Mr. Stewart.
Nick and Diane. They hardly make the perfect couple, do they? Is it widely known that they go drinking together, just the two of them?
To be honest, I don't pay attention to these things.
Not into local gossip?
Well, when I moved here, I was still in high school, and I kept wearing the same wild clothes from my school in Seattle. I was young back then. And before I knew it, there were rumors all over the school. She'll screw anyone. That's what they said. Totally unfounded, of course. Anyway, after that, I just sort of chose not to really trust gossip.
I get where you're coming from. I used to dress like a hardcore punk rocker when I was in high school.
Just stop.
You? A punk rocker?
Nobody took my side, even when I had good grades. People rejected me just because of what I wore. I was young back then, too.
Even still, I just don't see you as a punk rocker.
And you laugh? Look at you. No makeup on, dressed in uniform, eating a steak for lunch. Okay, back to work. Let's talk to Nick.
Why is Case in here? What are you doing here, Kaysen?
You?
Hey York, the food here is the best, isn't it? Don't you agree? I'm gonna go up another notch on my belt before too long. No matter how much I watch my diet, I always pile it back on in this town. I'm like a bear before hibernation. I wish I lived near a good diner. I'm just gonna steal this person's. Oh, okay, it's a card, not a coffee. That's actually $200. Alright, let's go talk to Nick. Hey there, Nick. What's up? Did you tell us what you were doing the night Anna was killed? I was at the bar with Diane. What did you two talk about, Nick? Rembrandt and Turner. Is that a problem? No, no problem. If you think Diane did it, you're wrong. No, that's not it. So it's me you're after, isn't it? You're wrong again. So much for the FBI, huh? That isn't the case either, Nick. I think there's something both of you are hiding. You can tell when people are hiding something by their reactions. Eye, tongue, and hand movements, sweat, dry lips, neck angles, and such. I'm working here. If you aren't ordering anything, get out. Well, that doesn't help the case against you.
Hey, I'm working here. You can't just stroll into a chef's kitchen.
Then perhaps you would give me your permission to enter.
No, get the hell out of here.
Zach, everyone has their own sanctuary. Let's leave him in his.
So says Mr. Stewart. Alright, so he doesn't want to talk. Talk to...
There's something I'd like to confirm with you, Olivia, if that's okay.
Yes. Well, so long as it doesn't take too long.
First, what were you and Nick doing on the night of the murder?
I was here in the diner. Nick said he was going to the bar for a couple of drinks.
Does he go to the bar often? Leaving you to hold up the fort?
Yes. He says he enjoys the conversation with Diane. I thought they went drinking again together that night.
Do the three of you ever go drinking together?
Well, you see, I'm really not into art.
And your husband is well versed in the arts then, I take it?
Oh, yes. Looking at art and talking about it is his way of relaxing.
People just aren't what they seem. Like a certain someone who was into punk rock 10 years ago.
You are absolutely right, Emily. But you can be an art lover and a liar at the same time. One more thing, Olivia. You just said that you aren't interested in art.
That's right. And...
So, how come I bumped into you at the art gallery? Didn't seem like Nick brought you there. You were there alone.
Well, I like trees, is the thing. That's why I went there.
Surely you'd be better off in the forest rather than an art gallery then.
I
think you went to the gallery not to see trees, but to see Diane, right? You don't want to answer? Or perhaps this isn't the right place to ask.
Meet me in the backyard. You can get there from the parking lot. I'll wait for you there for an hour after we close up.
They close at 5.
They close at 2100.
Okay.
Should we get something to drink and wait?
Okay, well, we got our next breadcrumb. That's good. Smallmouth bass. Man, do you ever just catch a fish and just eat it? Just wherever you catch it?
Agent York, what do we do now?
I want to hear what Olivia has to say. Let's kill time until the diner closes.
Okay, then I'm gonna make a trip back to the department. I'll see you in the backyard later.
Okay, sounds good.
See you later then.
Alright, so we gotta find the scrapyard, because Apparently there's a quest to get my car back.
I presume she wants to tell us something about Nick and Diane. Let's hope it's not just something for the gossip columns.
Vector, how is your day going? Big Red Nursery. Oh, that's Jason's vehicle. I want to point out that he has multiple red seeds from around the country. From other cases. My guy here, York, does. So I'm curious as to whether he Jason's been to all those areas, because if he has, that's a bit sus. Okay, so we gotta go up here. This is where we're headed, the junkyard. So to get there, we gotta go across the bridge and make the first left. Left. How is it now? 11. Alright, so we have fucking 8 hours to get by. 7 hours?
I went to see every Richard Donner movie on the day they premiered. Every single one. Goonies, Lost Boys, the Lethal Weapon series, but my favorite has to be Lady Hawk. That was back in 1985. The same year as Goonies. Both Rutger Hauer and Michelle Pfeiffer really shine in that one. But more than anything, it's the story setting that was really good. A love story about a cursed knight that changes into a wolf at night, and a cursed maiden that changes into a hawk during the day. Very romantic. Don't you think so, Zach? They can only be together at dusk, right between day and night. Together as humans for only a brief moment. Perfect setting for a fantasy movie. I just had a thought, Zach. I really like those movies that have women changing into animals. Can you tell which movie I just remembered? That's right, Zach. With Nastasia Kinski in the lead role.
Ginger Snaps?
Now, that was a fantastic movie. But I better concentrate on driving. We'll finish this later.
I don't know what movie he was talking about. Unless he was talking about Species. Does that count? Yeah, he likes to have like talks in the car about like movies and whatnot, which is pretty cool. Yeah, there you are. You came at a good time, son. I've come to hear more about the Raincoat Killer. Don't rush. Rushing on the battlefield will get you killed. If you don't want to die, son, you should be methodical. Well, even though that's a huge amount of scrap metal. Son, you must be the only guy to see scrap when you look at those treasures. Look more carefully. Right here, just in front of you. This is what you're looking for. Come on, a car. There's still plenty of parts that can be used. Son, if you're ready to get your hands dirty, you should find useful parts for your car. What do you think? Okay. Oops. Just straight up just buy their car? I want to spend money and buy their car, so... Son, are you kidding? No, I don't want to buy. I wanted to talk. There.
Now then, young fella. How do you feel about your current vehicle?
My vehicle? It's a piece of crap, but I'm not here to talk about that.
Then how about a little treasure hunt?
Okay.
Listen up, young man. My junkyard is actually a mountain of treasure. All kinds of treasure lies in those mountains of junk. The problem is, there's so many, I've lost track of where everything is. You've caught on already. I can see it in your eyes. I need you to head out in the yard and find certain things for me. If you help me out, I'll customize your car a little.
What are you talking about?
Didn't I tell you to shut up and listen to your superiors? Now, will you do it or not?
I don't see any reason to refuse.
Well said. First, I'll need some low gear parts. With that, I'll be able to boost the engine of your car. You'll find one around E5. Go! Don't just stand there, get going!
Okay. E5. Is that in this area, or? Okay, so there's E. Should be somewhere around. Figure out how to get around it. Okay. I see on the map how to get around. Seems like a good enough thing to do for the rest of the stream. We only got about 9 minutes left anyway, so E5 should be just over here. That's some Agent R. Dude, can you not have like... Who's growling at me? You got low gear parts. Excellent. What does it sound? Why is PMF making that sound? Why is this car backed up through the fence? Speaking of which, when I worked at the college doing security, we used to have to write reports up when things happen, like thefts and whatnot. And one day, I have somebody from the power line class come up and tell us that the barn had been broken into and stuff had been stolen. But they couldn't tell me exactly what had been stolen, if anything. Hang on. Have you found what we need?
This is it. This will save your life someday, son.
You sure know how to exaggerate.
You imbecile. Engine boost is vital for bringing back soldiers alive from war.
Engine boost.
Of course. Engine boost is the basis of everything. Let me tell you a war story, son. I was leading my unit at the very front line. Things were bad, and sanitary conditions were worse. Endless guerrilla attacks were stripping us of our manpower. Everyone was tired to their limits. There was one sergeant who really rubbed me the wrong way. The boys like to call him Crybaby Timothy. He really gave me headaches, I can tell you.
How?
Just by breathing. His posture was bad. He was weak, slow, easily distracted. I have no idea who thought he was capable of combat in a war zone. He endangered the lives of every member of the unit. Stomach pains. The worst stomach ache ever. Every one of us. It was just cooking. He was using food that was contaminated. I flew into the dugout toilet like an Apache chopper returning to base. I have to tell you, it was a close call. My engine was boosting. And that's what got me there safely, right in the nick of time.
What happened to the unit?
You really want to know? It was a terrible sight. Powerful, athletic men reduced to walking dead. Blinking like crazy, shaking with pain. Their confidence and self-esteem were all crushed. They almost didn't recover.
An interesting story.
So you see the need for engine boost now, do you? I'll keep my side of the promise and get to work on your vehicle.
Why is he gonna get up like that? I also don't know how it's almost 5 p.m.
That badge on him is for a sergeant. Looks like it was sewn on something else before it was sewn onto his shirt. I wonder what that's all about.
I put in longer pistons and optimized your lower gears. That should add boost to your speed when you accelerate. But there's still plenty of stuff I can do to make your car go faster. Just come see me again and I'll customize your car a little more.
Alright, we'll work on that in a little bit. I just also don't know where my car is. I know where the, things are, but we gotta go save, so... Yeah, I agree, Ren, like, time just flew by today. It flew by, it actually flies by a lot when I'm playing this game. I don't know why, except in-game. In-game it doesn't fly by. But, like, I like the game, it's fun, but I don't find it any more engaging than a lot of the other games that we've played. It's just, when I'm playing it, time just zooms. Let's go to the milk bar. Actually, before we save our game, let's go grab some fuel.
We have Nastasia Kinski in the lead role and Paul Schrader directing, back in 1981. That's right, Zach. Cat People.
I've never
About a
seen
woman
that.
who turns into a leopard when she falls in love, and then eats the person she loves. I thought it was romantic. Real romance right there, Zach. Nastasia was perfect for that role. Casting her made that movie a success. Malcolm McDowell as her brother was also a good call. He's like a panther even without any of that special Hollywood makeup. Now the name Malcolm McDowell rings another bell. You know the movie I'm talking about, right, Zach? Don't tell me you're thinking about Clockwork Orange. Malcolm McDowell, come on, it's pretty obvious. Blue Thunder. Came out in 1983. Was directed by John Badham. Malcolm plays the bad guy in that one. He just totally outshines the hero, Roy Scheider. At least I think so. I have to say, not many people agree with me about Blue Thunder. Zach, if you disagree with any of my opinions about movies, just come out and speak your mind, okay? Just speak your mind.
We shouldn't do that, but to be honest, most of these movies are before my time, so I don't really have seen the vast majority of them. All right, let's fill her up. Okay. Can you stop doing that, please? Wait, did you just wash my car? Good. My bad. Alright. That's $300 for a bribe now.
I've been waiting for you, Benjamin. I've got a good one for you today. Don't go round spreading this one.
No, Wesley from Panda Bear, guys, a trading card not.
I'll
Seeing
tell
cards lying
you
around town
another
too.
one
Okay.
when I
It's just
see
about
you
getting into carpets.
again.
Alright, we're going up to the milk barn, and then we will... we'll save after I just check on the inside of the milk barn.
Hey, bro.
All right, what do you got? Nothing worthwhile. Okay, cool. Who's this standing over here? Carol. This game does a lot of cool things. Like, I like seeing the NPCs out and about doing things in their lives. This game did come out in 2010, so that's not super uncommon, but for the level of jank in the game, it is surprising to see the amount of, like, just interaction the world has. We talked about the blankets over top of the characters when they're sleeping and such too. But unfortunately, guys, we gotta be done for today. Ren, always good to have you stop in and see us. Once again, never feel too bad if you can't make it. That said, though, we do have some excellent games we're playing. Today was really quiet, but that's okay. I will be back tomorrow, guys, 12:30 to 4:30 EST. So YouTube, thank you for viewing.